Welcome to the Wednesday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, 7 races to take a look at. Some nice each-way value in the card as well.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the 2-year-old race to start us off. There's a very smart filly in there, which I'm very excited to see how she goes.
Yeah, it certainly is going to be good. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with, though. The Mooble Rail is out 18 metres with a cutaway in the straight. There's a slight chance of rain, so just keep an eye on that as well. But we should be racing, hopefully, in very nice conditions, as we've seen so far in these early stages of winter here in Western Australia. Let's take a look at race number 1, as you mentioned. It is for the 2-year-olds and it's over the 1,300 metres, Mark.
Yeah, very good race here, Adam. We'll go straight into the replay of last start runner-up, General Hassan.
The outside, very deep, then Bills O'Reilly. Followed further back on the rails, then Just Like Fire. At the 250, the Pontiff goes to work on the leader. He's nicely clear. Heron Point going past the 150, led by 2 lengths to Tied Up. Babel had run to third, but Heron Point has raced away from them, and the first favourite will win. Heron Point down to the line from Tied Up or General Hassan, who put a dive in late.
Really good run there by General Hassan. I've got a bit of an opinion of this galloper. I'm not sure if it's going to be this race where we might see some domination, but I think this horse is going to really progress nicely, especially into a very good 3-year-old. And taking a look in the mounting yard at Pinjarra last time this galloper went around, the form lines have held up with Prince Moritz and Heron Point as well. From barrier 6, you get a really nice run. And as we saw in that replay, attacking the line strongly, I think the extra 100 metres is going to be a big advantage.
Yeah, Troy Turner jumps on. Sean McGrady rides the Steve Wolf runner as he usually does, but that run, it laid in a bit on the end there as well and just picked up Tied Up in the end, but it was a super run, and I think the 1,300 metres again here should suit. I'd like to see it over 1,400, 1,500, but should suit and should be finishing off far too strongly from barrier 6. We've also got in the race number 10 there, Royal Missile. This is the filly I was talking about earlier. She's by Smart Missile out of Spirit of Grace, who's also the dam of Turfontaine. Now, Turfontaine's a Group 1 winner and kicking goals at stud at the moment.
She won her first trial by over 4 lengths as well, and we just went, here we go, another Simon Miller 2-year-old that's going to dominate. Stepped out in Saturday Company, went back, so there was the first difference that we hadn't seen really from a Miller galloper all season, but from barrier 10 it was understandable as well with the speed in the race. Attacked the line well, was 10th around the bend, ended up finishing 5th, 2 lengths behind Minus Looks, which I know the Steve Wolf stable have a very good opinion of as well. Of course, trial behind High Conviction. From barrier 4 with 54 kilos, again the extra 100 metres stepping up here. I think she can certainly play a part.
I think we'll find that 2-year-old race is a much stronger form race and it'll be plenty strong enough for this race here. We've also got in the race another Steve Wolf 2-year-old, If Only. Now, impressive winner last start when had to go back under Sean McGrady. Sean McGrady's had his pick of the rides here, I'm guessing, and he's gone with If Only over General Hassan. Now, that run, they got much further back than they expected to, and speaking to Sean after the race, he said the horse is just comfortable there, and the way he finished off this gelding by Demerit suggests that might be the way to ride him.
The Steve Wolf stable at the moment flying, and you take a look at the 2-year-olds that we've seen. The Minus Looks form line there from Royal Missile. They had Miss Lawrence win on a Thursday at Pinjarra in impressive fashion too, and then If Only winning at Belmont, beating Brother Rand as well, which put in a good performance on Saturday. So he's got the 2-year-olds running exactly how they want. I really like this galloper, as you said, got back, so the extra 100 metres ideal as well. You go back to even last campaign racing against Speeding Comet too, goes up to the 58 kilos from barrier 11, but I think there'll be enough speed in this race with the likes of Dusty Storm that this horse will get its chance to run on strongly, especially with the cutaway, so even barrier 11 not too much of a concern. I'm going to be selecting that way. Number 1 on top, If Only, from 2 General Hassan, 10 Royal Missile and 4 Bella's Idol.
I've got the filly on top, number 10 Royal Missile. Love the way she hit the line last start. From 2 General Hassan, 1 If Only and 9 Tied Up.
Race 2 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,400 metres, an event for the 3-year-olds. There's a few here that have been knocking on the door. We've seen What Did You Do go around plenty of times and continue to get closer, and I'm expecting a couple to improve. The likes of Atlanta Blue certainly hasn't shown its best, and I think Demerit Point and He's Our Freddie are certainly ones that are on the move.
Yeah, good field of maidens here. We'll have a look at the replay of last start, 3rd place getter, Demerit Point.
The inside of No Socks Frank and long one to the outside. At the 300, Secret Ensign going well in front, extended the lead to 3 over It's a Heist and Speed Trap. It's Jack. Long one down the outside and Demerit Point starting to run on, but Secret Ensign nearing the 100 nicely clear. Over 2.5 in front of Long One. Demerit Point running on down the outside, but it's Secret Ensign too good. Nearly all the way for Secret Ensign, beat Long One.
It's a nice run there by Demerit Point. I really like the trial, actually put it straight in the black boot from that, and then it backed up nicely here over the 1,300 metres. behind Secret Ensign. From barrier 11 on that occasion, so I had to go back and run on strongly. Just ran out of distance. If it could have got a bit further, like the 1400 we're seeing today, it may have been right in the mix. Now from barrier 2, we've seen Lucy Warwick just use these inside barriers so well to her advantage. From barrier 1, she's been winning on the Flirt and Jatumi and these types as well. So I'm expecting her just to let this galloper relax through the early stages. The cutaway will come into play again. I think Demerit Point can run over the top of them.
Including the good mare Wink and a Nodge does the exact same thing, lobs on the fence. And here with the cutaway, a lot of the horses will go to the inside, so she'll get a straight run through. Looks the one to beat and should probably open up favourite. Another one who's opened up equal favourite with her is Special Jewel from the Grant Williams yard. Where's the Cerise and White and William Pike rides?
Just put a line through last start. You could not have had a worse run. Jumped from barrier 6, found itself in a bit of an awkward position. Got galloped upon, was running all over the place as well. So I'm willing to put a forgive run through that. And at the end of the day, it jumped as a $3.10 favourite for that. You go through last campaign behind Bevel, which was a good form line as well. Jumped to $3.20. And then the first start, $2.60 when beaten by All Settle, which went on to win some nice races too. So the form lines are certainly there. They've obviously got an opinion of this galloper as well. Of course, it is bred nicely. Barrier 3, she get a really nice run.
Another well-bred commodity in this race, number 3, Atlanta Blue. It's a half to Dana Blue, who's won over $200,000 now. This also give a chance. Last start was really good behind Disco Smile. They crawled in that race. Disco Smile led and ended up winning under Lucy Warwick on that occasion. Look, barrier 1 here should settle a lot closer and should be right in the finish.
Patrick Carberry takes a ride here for the first time, third jockey in 3 starts now, but I really like what we saw last campaign. The form lines behind Culver, and we know certainly is a very nice galloper as well. So I still think at the best Atlanta Blue wins this. I wanted to put it on top, but we just haven't seen that best yet. So if you're getting a nice each way price, I think it's certainly worth the bet, but I am going to be tipping number 4 Demerit Point from 3 Atlanta Blue, 5 He's Our Freddy, and 9 Special Jewel.
Yep, I've gone the exact same way, Adam. I've got the 4 on top, Demerit Point from 3 Atlanta Blue, 5 He's Our Freddy, and 9 Special Jewel.
Race number 3 at Belmont Park. It is the staying event over the 2100 metres. An intriguing race as well because there's some good form animals like Bowler Doosa, which is probably in career best form. Low Flying has turned the corner. And then we've got Saturday gallopers like Saxy Grace, Entrechar that haven't been performing anywhere near their best in recent runs.
But our replay horse is number 2, Bowler Doosa, and the Kieran McDonough yard have unlocked the key to this horse.
The extreme outside, then Travinsky and our mate Al. 350 to go. Bowler Doosa straightened up and raced away from them. It led by 5 lengths now. It's Bowler Doosa showing the Persuader extending that lead. This is all over bar the shouting, and he's again going to absolutely blow them away. Bowler Doosa has won it by about 5 or 6 lengths to Grindabella. Our mate Al flashing down the outside.
They certainly have found the winning success at the moment with this galloper. What it is, go forward, catch me if you can. They tried it 2 starts ago when the blinkers went on a leader's day and they won by 1.5 lengths. And last start over the 2300 metres, won by 5 lengths. You could not have been any more impressed with what you've seen. Now from barrier 4, I'm expecting they'll try to do the same again. A lot of these gallopers do run on. There's not a crazy amount of speed in the race as well. So you certainly have to have it in the mix.
Yeah, he should get it all his own way out in front, but in saying that, with a field of 9 horses here, Adam, they can go almost too slow sometimes out in the lead, and then when they're asked for the effort, they got nothing, and the horses come after them. So hopefully he does his thing and strides out along in front, and should give a good showing. I really like number 5 Entrechar in this race. Comes out of that same Bowler Doosa race 2 starts ago at Belmont, and was one of the only horses to make up ground on that occasion.
She's a Saturday class mare, this one, and at her best, she beats this field and she beats it well as well. William Pine takes the ride, 56.5 kilos. Look, it was never suited over the 1650 metres, and with respect to apprentice Bonnie Polisi, she's just learning the game as well. And I think this mare, I get the impression that if you don't really ride her aggressively, she'll just relax. And I think that's what we saw on that occasion. William Pike has really dug her up in previous races when he's won on her. So I'm expecting that in this small field, with the speed on, she'll sit there comfortably, and then her turn of foot's going to be too good because, as you said, on that day, not a lot made up for ground, but she certainly did. Another
interesting runner in the race, I thought, was number 7, Almaleo, who makes the back up from last week from 1400 metres out to 2100. Now, it hit the line very nicely last start. And if you look at the run before, that was Colin Webster's plan to go 1400, 2100. Gets the chance to actually do that here. Can it handle that step up in ground?
Well, that's what I'm not sure about. When I spoke to Colin Webster and also Jordan Turner, who normally rides this galloper, I said, how are you going to go? And he goes, we just need to find out if we can stay. So I think they're even throwing out the question marks as well. Look, the wins have been impressive, especially over the 1600 metres, going back to Northam a couple of starts ago. But even that, 16 to 2100, with some Saturday class gallopers like Saxy Grace, Entrechar and Topper Wazza as well, we'll really find out how good this galloper is. But I'm going to go with number 5, Entrechar. From 6, Topper Wazza, 4 Low Flying and 2 Bowler Doosa.
Yes, I've got the 5 on top too, Adam. Number 5 Entrechar from 2 Bowler Doosa, 4th, Low Flying, and 6th, Topper Dawazza.
Race 4 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,000 metres, and again, some strong Saturday form lines here. Mr. Motown, we saw race behind Vega Magic. Heavy Set's a genuine Saturday horse. Clobberetta, I think, in her own right, when running well, is. And Main Instigator as well comes from the Saturday form lines with Bombs Away.
Absolutely. That key form line just mentioned, the Bombs Away form. We'll have a look at number 3, McCrawfie's Hope, and number 4, Main Instigator, who come out of that race and dead heated for second.
Main Instigator into the straight at the 350. McCrawfie's Hope led by 2. Snuck away from Brzezinski. Nardini getting a run near the inside with You Watching Me. Down the outside, Bombs Away is starting to erupt, and Main Instigator threading its way through from well back with 150 to go. McCrawfie's Hope gathered in by Bombs Away. Nardini, Main Instigator, You Watching Me, but Bombs Away blew them away. Bombs Away won from either Main.
Really good run there, wasn't it, by both of the gallopers. We'll start with McCrawfie's Hope first, because this horse went forward and had a bit of pressure. It continued to run on, finish second. The one that folded came dead last, so it was a massive run. Barrier 1, 55 kilos. Again, Molly Clark would just nurse his galloper through and try push, but I'm just a bit concerned that I think the top class of this field's a little bit stronger than what we saw in that midweek race. And with Main Instigator, they did the reverse. This horse has normally led last campaign. Spoke to Kira Ewell before the race, and she said from the trial as well, they're just trying to teach this galloper to sit. They believe it can't sprint and lead all the way. Education process the key at the moment, and we certainly saw that was coming into effect with the strong performance running on.
You're dead right about McCrawfie's Hope. It was a very commendable effort on that occasion. Main Instigator just flew. We've also got in the race number 6, Clobberetta, who, with the senior rider back on, I give a really strong hope to this mare by Exceed Excel. Draws barrier 4. William Pike should get into a lovely spot, and I think we might finally see the best of this mare after a little while. Without disrespect to Bonnie Police, the senior rider, just gives that little edge to the horse.
I had a good chat to William Pike about this galloper and said it just needs the 1200, and he completely agreed, but said it's just mad. You can't settle it. It's got its own mind, so that's why they continue to stay at the 1000. Clobberetta's a Saturday horse. We've seen this so many times through its career. Its best will win this race, and it'll win it well as well. So even though the 57.5 kilos, it steps up now from barrier 4 with William Pike. There's a lot of positives in this. I'm going to tip number 2 though, Heavy Set here. I think a really nice each way bet and has a very good track and distance record. From 6, Clobberetta, 1, Mr. Motown, and 4, Main Instigator.
I've got the 6 on top with Billy Pike going on. Clobberetta from 4, Main Instigator, 3, McCrawfie's Hope, and 2, Heavy Set.